Hello and welcome to another edition of Wrestling POV. I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with Mimi Goody.
Hola.
And the third wheel, Rick Serrano III.
Hey, people.
And, of course, our intern, Miguel Cole.
Hello. How's everybody doing?
All right. We were just coming off of Hell in a Cell. We're going to talk about that in a little bit because we got to go over the news from around the world. Take it away, Rick.
All right. And before we do that, let's talk about some birthdays. And this week we only have two, believe it or not.
Really?
Mr. Wonderful himself, Paul Orndorff, turned 67 years young.
Wow. He's a old timer, boy. He was jacked back in the day too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, he was so jacked.
Yes, he was.
I can't get used to his mustache though. He's got the
Right? Exactly.
he's got the Yosemite Sam mustache going.
Handlebars.
I can't. It's like if he had that back in the day, I'd laugh.
He's trying to be like vaudevillains.
Yeah, the vaudevillains.
He reminds me of Zeb Coulter's like older brother or something.
Well, that's good. I mean, how old is he?
67.
He's 67.
Wow.
You gotta speak up.
Wow. All right.
Speaking of rated R, Edge turns 43 years old.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's about right.
I mean, I wasn't the biggest Edge head around. I mean,
No.
I don't know. I don't know how I felt about Edge. You know, I mean, we haven't done a overrated, underrated segment in a long while. Did we ever have him on it?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Is he?
No.
Yeah,
Is he
he's definitely
overrated?
to me. Yeah.
Rated R is overrated?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. So.
All right, so he's overrated.
Quick segment there. All right,
All right,
who else?
people, let's get into the wrestling news from around the world. All right, our first bit of news. Brock Lesnar's opponent for the Mexico City live event on December 3rd has been revealed.
Really?
Do you know? It's Rusev
What?
Versus Brock?
versus Brock Lesnar.
That is weird. Now here Brock's supposed to be a heel, right?
Yep,
And
yep.
that's, I don't know.
I mean, he fought Kofi and destroyed him in Japan.
Yeah,
He
he
fought
did.
Big Show, which I went to. I saw him flip the Big Show around at New York, and now, what are you doing to Rusev, man?
I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't, I don't know how I feel about that. That's just weird to me, man. Just very weird.
Yeah, it's like Rusev has a nice fancy car, but he doesn't have the keys to it. Like, he's locked out.
Yeah. It's a weird way of putting it, but it's true. You know?
It is.
It is.
Speaking of being locked out of his car, AJ Styles locked himself outside of his car at the SmackDown Live event, and he used a coat hanger to get in.
Oh, it's so old school.
Yeah, I heard about that too. That was funny. But wasn't there like a cop with him? I saw a picture and it looked like there was like a cop with him or something.
I thought the newer cars, you couldn't do that anymore.
Oh, apparently he's got one of those old school ones where
So
He is a country
just
boy.
have clothes hangers hanging around?
well, he's probably got some, they travel a lot, so they probably use coat hair.
right.
Well,
I mean, that's the only thing I can
not
think
only
of.
that, the laundry, if you take things to the laundromat, and get things pressed or whatnot, they give it back to you in one of those metal hangers.
Yeah. Or maybe one of the female wrestlers there, how they got to have their stuff prim and proper. So they probably have it in one of those. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. And it's been a slow news week, so my last bit of news. WWE is having a new show on Tuesday nights, 205 Live, the Cruiserweight division on the network. Like I said, Tuesday nights at 10, starting November 29th. Mauro Ranallo and Corey Graves will be doing commentary. I felt like they needed to do this because the cruiserweight division in Raw was not working out.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
and
not.
Now they're not. Now, if this is the case, are they still going to run with the cruiserweights on Raw, or
I
this
don't
is going to
think so.
be its own
that's
separate
it.
thing? Really? Yeah.
So,
You know what?
it's
I'm
show.
glad. Because honestly,
They're getting lost.
yeah.
in Raw.
But not only that, they keep putting them in like 6-man tags every single time.
Yeah.
The only singles matches that you see, it only has to do with either T.J. Perkins or Brian Kendrick. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
ridiculous. So.
Yep.
Yeah, give them their own time slot. Why not?
Everybody's, you get a time slot. You get a time slot.
Everybody gets a time slot, except for Wrestling POV. We need you, Nate.
It's enough. And it's time for a change.
Yes. So, all right. So straight on to the rumors. Now, the women's Hell in the Cell, everybody saw, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I believe my prediction was I think Sasha was going to still retain. I think Rick, your prediction was the same too, wasn't it?
I said till WrestleMania.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. You did. And Mimi, you said the same thing. Now, according to sources, the original plan was to have Sasha retain the title, but they changed their mind last minute, and because they want to move forward with a feud between Sasha Banks and Bayley, which is odd to me. So that means one of them is going to be heel, and I don't see that with Bayley because they need her as a babyface. Their rumor is to be set for all the way up until WrestleMania, so I don't know what's going on. But again, it's all a rumor. But obviously, they changed it up because
It
Charlotte
was getting
won.
boring.
Yeah. But now they're saying that they're just going to start the feud now, and hopefully by WrestleMania things will change, and who knows, maybe it might be a fatal 4-way or triple threat. I see that happening coming up WrestleMania for the women's title, Raw title. So that's that. The Spirit Squad. They've been a little bit of a hot topic lately, I guess. But everybody's wondering, are they signed? Do they have a contract? What is their status? They are in talks with the WWE, and the WWE, I guess, wants to make another run with it, with the company after their current storyline with The Miz. I don't agree with it. I just hope not. But as of right now, they're not signed, so that's a good thing. They're still taking bookings within the indies, and but they're not signed as of right now. So hopefully, if this thing they're doing with The Miz, if that's done, good God, and good riddance. Don't show them no more. They're destroying their tag division. So that's my point. So that's that. Another rumor is that the WWE website, WWE.com, made a little boo-boo. They revealed the 5th person for Team Raw by accident. It was Sami Zayn.
Oh, God.
That's definitely an accident.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, they're saying that they put up Sami Zayn's picture as the 5th guy, but they quickly put it down. And they still have the shadowy person there, so don't be surprised come Monday that they do show or end up saying that Sami Zayn is the 5th person, and we'll see. We'll see what happens after that. Other than that, I don't honestly, I don't really care. Is that bad? I mean, is that bad of me to say? That was awful, but that's all I got for rumors. Let's check out the injury. What do you got, Rick?
All right, well, we only have one injury, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Austin Aries' eye injury is more serious than previously reported. After a kick from Nakamura to the eye, Aries received stitches. Well, further tests prove he has a large orbital fracture and he needs surgery.
Ouch.
He's expected to be out of action until early 2017, so possibly a Royal Rumble return.
Wow. Well, that would be good for him.
You
Right?
know, the thing is, on NXT, he just started tagging with Roderick Strong from Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
And he was out there on this Hey, Mr. Rick, what are you doing? This is they can watch this on NXT with MC. All right. Well, I'm just saying that Roderick Strong and Mr. Rick,
Yep.
Well, there you go.
There-
That's it for injuries.
All right, we're going to go on a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to go over Hell in a Cell. We'll be right back.
Hell!
Cavalry Contracting is locally owned family business that takes pride in working on a higher standard, specializing in kitchen and bathroom remodeling. Check us out before you plan your next home or office project. For more information about our services, log on to calvaryserves.com. You can also like us on Facebook at Calvary Contracting. Give us a call at 518-669-6583. That's 518-669-6583. How can we serve you?
Hi fans, this is Adrian Strait and you're listening to POV Podcast.
All right, and we're back. Let's go over Hell in a Cell, shall we? All right, overall, what you guys think of the pay-per-view? Overall, rating-wise.
For me, it was just I feel like it was a letdown. I
Really?
feel like we could have had a lot more. There was one great match,
Yeah.
and that was the main event. And
Yep.
yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it.
Really?
Wasn't happy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was okay. It wasn't the greatest, but we'll go over it right now. The pre-show they did was the cruiserweights. I'm not naming all of them,
No.
but the good guys won. It goes to show, though, that the fact that they're gonna have to. Now, my thing is, I mean, they're gonna have their own special now with this. They're gonna have their own pay-per-views like they do at NXT. Is there?
Oh my
You know what I'm
God,
saying?
No, please.
I mean, if they're gonna run that program like they are NXT, they're gonna have to do something as far as like a pay-per-view goes.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, with Survivor Series coming up soon, and actually in 2 weeks, you got, how they do that thing with the NXT, where they do NXT Saturday, Survivor Series Sunday, and then Monday Raw, Tuesday SmackDown. I mean, are they going to do an NXT pay-per-view Friday? You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of wrestling, man.
Oh my God! Yes,
That's
it
a
is.
lot of wrestling. I mean, I don't
And you
know.
know what's getting crazy is that these cruiserweights, they're not only fighting on Raw, they're also fighting on NXT. They fought in the cruiserweight class. It's just getting a lot. It's getting confusing. You're crossing.
Yeah.
You don't cross the streams, man.
Yeah.
They're crossing over. And I'm just getting confused. Like, I just saw this guy, what's his name? Rich Swann. He was just on Monday Night Raw. But
Yeah.
then he was also on NXT.
Yep.
It's too
Now,
much.
isn't
too
one of
much.
them in the Dusty Rhodes Classic?
Yes,
or did they
a lot
lost?
of them are in it.
So I don't know. It's up for further discussion. I mean, I don't know how everybody else feels about it. I mean, let us know on our Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and put your comments on there. Let us know what you're thinking, because as of right now, I don't think it looks good. So, all right, now let's back into Hell in a Cell. Very first match, it was Rusev versus Roman Reigns for the U.S. title. Very first, it's a cage match. Cage match. Geez. Wow, how am I doing? This Hell in a Cell. What do you guys think? I mean, it was okay. I mean, now at the end of this, when we're done talking about it, I'm going to give you my honest opinion, and I told Mimi Goody this, and hopefully everybody agrees with me, or I might be just a little bit too picky, but, it was, like I said, it was a good match. They did utilize the cage as much as they could, which they did. But, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, did you guys like the match? Did you guys hate the match? Was it boring? I mean, what do you think?
Well, I absolutely hated it. It was one of the worst Hell in a Cell matches I have ever seen. It was so bad. First of all, Rusev got a submission on Reigns, and Reigns is trying to reach for the ropes. I'm sorry. You need to know the stipulations of your matches. It makes no sense. And when Michael Cole has to say, well, actually, that's not going to do any good, you got to know that. I know I nitpick at Roman Reigns, but you got to know. You got to know that's not going to help you.
It's true.
And then, like, Rusev just brutalizes, man. Beat him down to a pulp.
Yep.
Had a chain around his mouth and he's doing the accolade. And he does one move. And he beats Rusev. Like, come on. I get it. All right, the Samoan drop on the stairs and then the spear. You got to do more than that. Rusev was destroying you this entire match using the cage, using kendo sticks, tying you in the ropes, putting a chain around your mouth, beating you with the chain. I mean, you gotta do more than that, bro. And then at the end of the match, to like stick your tongue out and smirk, like, dude, you getting your butt handed to you. Oh man, come on, man.
So that's how Rick feels.
I know.
The
It's
winner,
ridiculous. I'm sorry.
yeah, the winner, of course, was Roman Reigns. He retains his title. I don't know what I think that now is at the end of the feud. I think.
I hope.
Safe to say, maybe.
I hope.
Yeah, I think it's over, but
From what we saw, what happened on Raw, but we'll talk about that later.
Mimi, what is it that you think with this? Because I can't be the only one. Everybody knows that I hate Roman Reigns, but you were on the fence with him. What do you think?
With me, I thought it was a pretty good match. And we were talking when Tony and I were talking about it. I came out and I said, I said the only thing excuse I could come up with how he beat Rusev was he knocked the wind out of him, and that was it. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Is if you get knocked the wind out of you, you can get a 3 count. Yeah. But I'm with you on this one, Rick.
Yes.
Sorry,
I mean, it was okay.
I mean, it was a good match because
yeah.
I was screaming.
Yeah. So, like I said, hopefully that's the end of the feud with Rusev, and maybe they'll put Rusev in the title picture. I mean, he hasn't. I don't think he ever has he?
No.
No? So,
no.
We'll see. We'll see where they put him. So, up next, it was Bayley versus Dana Brooke. I honestly don't know what I felt about this match. I mean, seriously. I mean, the winner was Bayley. Why they did this match is all because of a screw-up that happened. So they had to justify it by putting it in this pay-per-view. Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
and aren't you getting sick and tired of this injury angle?
Yeah.
And it's going to repeat itself throughout this pay-per-view, by the way. But this
Yeah.
injury angle is absolutely getting old.
It is, and they're doing it with Sasha Banks now too.
Yeah.
Again, we'll talk about that later on. All right, so now the next match, it was Enzo and Big Cass versus the Club, Anderson and Gallows. I was excited and I was very happy that the Club won. It made me think, you know what? Maybe they're going to give them a push.
About time, yeah.
Exactly. And then what happens on Raw was a monstrosity.
We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later. It's true, though. We will talk about it later. One thing to talk about real quick. Mm-hmm.
I think Enzo's body punches are worse than Naomi's kicks.
Oh, man. That's true, though. But it was a decent match. It wasn't it wasn't a match I was expecting. It was. Enzo was in there about 90% of the time, and then you got Big Cass that just comes in, tries to clear house. I was glad though that the Club won again, but what happened on Raw was just ridiculous. But anyway, the Club won. Then it was for the Universal title. It was Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. What'd you guys think of this match? I mean, it was okay. It was good. I was shocked that they did it in the middle of the card. But then again, I mean, looking at the whole Universal title picture, what do you guys feel about the title itself? Is it not what it's supposed to be?
And I know you guys. Well, I know you, Tony, will probably disagree with me, but I hate to say it that they treating this title like they did when CM Punk owned it.
I disagree with you. What do you mean, though?
Well, because when CM Punk had the title, everything was about John Cena and whoever the hell John Cena was fighting.
My goodness.
And the
irate.
I want to say the U.S. title. Yeah. The Raw title, okay, is supposed to be like the
Universal title.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a big deal.
It's supposed to be like the heavyweight title.
Right.
For Raw.
It is, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're treating it like a cruiserweight title.
Ooh. My goodness.
Absolutely, positively agree with you, especially on the CM Punk part. I'm not even gonna get into that, though. That's how I see it.
Wait a minute, hold up. this is a first. You guys actually agreed on something? You and Rick?
That's the second, because we agreed on the other one, too.
My goodness.
Yeah,
This
and
is
we
a
didn't talk
record.
about what we said about you before the show.
That's right. Hey, wait a minute. What?
So
What? But no, I do agree. I really do. I don't think they're putting this title where it should be. I mean, it could be the fact that that's what we're always used to, is seeing the title always last. I do understand the whole women's revolution thing, and they're trying to give women a chance, which I respect, and I'm glad that the Sasha Banks and Charlotte match was last. I do agree though that they are treating this universal title like it's crap. I love the angle with Jericho, but I think, like, especially during this match, I think enough is enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they did the whole angle where Kevin Owens did the what's that called? The fire extinguisher to the ref. That way it enabled Jericho to run into the cage and then do his business. When that happened, I knew, Seth Rollins wasn't going to win. That was only obvious, but my thing is that I don't think they're treating it the way they should be treating it. I really don't. I think they need to leave Kevin Owens by himself. Let him be a badass. Right now, he is. I'm sorry, it's like a comedy act now.
Yeah. And
I don't like it. I did like the match. The match was okay. It was pretty good, but I just think they're making a joke out of it.
Yeah, I agree.
They had a huge spot with Kevin Owens getting powerbombed through 2 tables, which was amazing.
It was.
It's intense and everything. And, Rollins, let me just tell you this. Rollins has been in 16 straight pay-per-views for the title.
Yeah.
Whether he's holding the title or going for the title, enough is enough. What can this guy do when he's not going for the title?
Exactly.
We do not know
Nobody
that yet,
knows. And it's the same storyline, and it's not just Seth Rollins though. Dean Ambrose too.
Dean Ambrose too.
You know what I'm saying?
My God.
And then now, I mean, I know we're jumping a little bit, and then now Roman Reigns is trying to throw his name out there for the title picture. Because I was it after this pay-per-view or after Raw? One of the other, they interviewed him, and he said he wants to get a shot at the Universal title. Enough with the Shield already. Enough.
Yeah.
Give somebody else a shot, man.
Yeah. Enough with the sheet.
The sheet yield. I like that. That was good. So anyway, Kevin Owens retained his title. Like I said, the match was okay, but it wasn't the way it was.
What do you think about no Triple H
again? Yeah, it's like
2 months.
2 months. It's like it seems like they want us to forget it, I guess.
Right.
But nobody's forgetting it. Everybody's like, when is this going to happen? Because that's where Seth Rollins needs to be. Forget the title picture, give it to somebody else for a chance or for a change, and do the feud with Triple H. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Triple H, he's with the company 24/7, so I don't want to hear that he could be a part-timer. No, because you put the belt on him last year. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Seriously, they did. I mean, really? You won the damn belt and you defended it how many times in a row? No, I'm getting on a tangent right now. This is getting ridiculous with this whole... No, I'm done. Done!
Mr. Tony, breathe in the bag. I heard that's really good, but make sure there's no doodle in it. The other day, I was having a panic attack and I grabbed Josie's doodle bag by mistake, and oh my goodness, it was a bad experience for me.
Was that Rick's joke of the week?
I think so. But seriously, man.
I mean, Miguel, because...
Yeah. I mean, serious. I mean, enough is enough. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. The sickabos.
Moving on.
It just got worse. TJ Perkins versus Brian Kendrick for the Cruiserweight title.
Oh, my God.
Boy.
Another getting hurt.
Yeah.
Storyline.
Another getting hurt story. Who's writing this crap anyway?
I don't know.
Mick Foley's son.
Oh, jeez.
You know what? Unfortunately, I still think that
Ridiculous.
Vince McMahon has a handle on everything that's going on.
For some... yeah. No, he might have the last word, I guess, or the last say-so in this, but for some, either his sense of humor is really going out the window, or he's just letting these guys pretty much call the shots on these matches.
I don't think he is.
You know, because just about every person has a writer. You know, every character in Raw, SmackDown, Cruiser, whatever, every wrestler there has a writer. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, it looks like one writer's not talking to the other.
Well, I don't know. It's just, I mean, new champion, Brian Kendrick, he won. So who knows where they're gonna go with this? And then now, oh boy.
Man.
You know, now I'm talking about this pay-per-view. It's really making me hate this pay-per-view right now. New Day versus Sheamus and Cesaro for the Tag Team Championship of the World. The copper belts were on the line. It was a good match, though. It really was. I was shocked, though, that Xavier Woods was in this one and not Kofi Kingston. So what was up with that? Either he's still got those staples in his head or what?
And Kofi was the hometown guy, too.
Yeah, so I don't get that. Maybe he still has a concussion, maybe, from that.
He couldn't. Yeah,
So
maybe he didn't get cleared.
They didn't clear him, so they had Xavier Woods in this. So. But the end result was that Sheamus and Cesaro did win, but they won by DQ. So again, here are baby faces cheating. So I don't.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And you know what, Mr. Rickadamus, looks like your prediction is going to be right. And
Yep.
I just surely, oh my God, it's enough with the New Day, man. I don't want to soak it in, man. It's not. No, I'm done.
The best
I'm done.
tag team of all time in the record books is going to be the New Day. like, can you soak that in? Like, can you picture that?
No.
What the hell? Demolition. Even, all right, even with Crush, it's way better than
Yes.
New Day.
Absolutely.
You cannot do that with that trio. Like, come on, man. Like, first of all, I was pissed off that Brian Kendrick and Paul London had the record for a while.
True.
Who the hell are they? and now you got the New Day. Stop.
No, I'm done with it. Unless they're gonna pull something out of the rug and say, "Oh my God, they were 1 day short."
Yeah, we could only hope.
I'm just done with the New Day. Yeah, but what really gets to me is just the simple fact that Vince didn't like them in the beginning. He hated it. Nobody liked them. But what gets to me was that, okay, there you go. Nobody likes him. Even the chairman, the owner, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, did not like the New Day. So what was their suggestion? Turn them heel. And they did. And then they started getting popular. Some of their stuff was getting funny, and then it transitioned back into being a babyface. Now, back to Roman Reigns. How come they ain't doing that with him? They still want to push him as a babyface, man. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what they're going to do, man. I just don't know. I don't know.
Yo no sé.
Me neither. That too. So now, the main event, Sasha versus Charlotte. What do you guys think? I mean, it was a good match. I liked it. From what I heard was that I guess the Vince, he nixed a lot of their ideas for this match. One of them was supposedly Charlotte was supposed to do moonsault of some sort off the cage. I doubt it was going to be on top of the cage. That's just insane. But I heard that was nixed. That they nixed that. Like, I'm guessing she was going to be like on the side of the cage or something and then flip backwards. But yeah, they said that was nixed. That they wasn't going to do it. As a matter of fact, here's a side note. When we haven't done it in a while, but our indie call up, Mike Taverna, he was one of the guys carrying Charlotte.
Wow.
Yeah, he was in the front on the, well, you're watching the TV, he's on the right side. He was in the front. He was posting it on Facebook how excited he was to carry Charlotte. But the winner was Charlotte. She retained the title, as I had said before, and it was okay. It was a good match. I said earlier how it was. I had a thing about this, and I'm looking at it as a worker a wrestler that all three, and I'm just talking about all three Hell in a Cells, that there was no color. In other words, there was no blood. I'm sorry to say, you're in a cage match. I mean, the only blood that we saw was an accident, and Roman, I guess, cut his arm or something like that. And I think Rusev did too, didn't he?
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's like I said, I know it sounds like I'm being a little picky, but at the same time, I was just like, this is ridiculous. You know, that woman's match would have been over the top if one of them were bleeding. And I'm not saying it to be, Jesus, that's scary. What was that? My goodness.
That was like, dun, dun, we gonna cut you.
Yeah, we're gonna cut you. But it would have made that match go over the top if one of them did bleed, man. It's in the cage. You wanted it to be historic. Okay, fine. They already got that. That's already in the books.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to bring it over the top, to me, that's what you're in a cage. They're throwing people into the cage, and you're not. You know, I mean, come on, bring some of that back at least.
Yeah.
And don't do the injury
angle,
angle
like they did with Sasha.
like they did in the beginning. I'm sorry,
Exactly.
the beginning part I was pissed. I'm like, seriously, this is how they're gonna go about doing it?
Yeah.
You know, fine. If she got hurt while they were wrestling, you know what I mean? I mean, even though she got thrown on the table, don't get me wrong. But if they was in the cage, or you know, in the cell, it would have been totally different. I would have had a totally
Sorry, premature.
yeah, I bet.
Miguel, pay attention.
I would have had a different outlook on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's why I said, you know, it does sound, like I said, it sounds like we're being picky, but I just think just that little bit would have brought that match over the top.
Or, you know, what they also could have done was get either a stronger table or a weaker table. In the aspect when Sasha was supposed to put Charlotte on the table and then jump from the top onto the table broke before she even jumped.
Yeah.
Because Charlotte was too heavy. And then poor Sasha Banks had to live with a wedgie for like two or three throws into the table, and the table just wouldn't break.
Yeah, and the thing, what I thought was funny, the finish was a little awkward. And the thing is, like, she was trying to get it out too, but Charlotte was just like, nope, not yet. Here, boom, oh, didn't break. Got to do it again. Here, boom. Still didn't break. Damn it. You know, and then poor Sasha, she's trying to freaking dig that wedgie out, man. She could not. She almost had a thong on.
Shoot.
Speaking of that,
Speaking of thongs, what?
well, when we go to the other,
No, that was it. That was all for Hell in a Cell.
well, what's up with these? You know, they're supposed to be women wrestlers, and their shorts are getting shorter. You know,
Well,
I mean,
I think you're talking about Nikki Bella, if anything.
You know, Naomi wears those booty pants.
Yeah,
but
that's
you know what I mean? But it's like they're getting smaller and you're showing butt cheeks.
Butt cheeks, yeah.
You know? Granted, they're beautiful women.
Yeah.
They are beautiful women, and I know you guys enjoy looking at their butt cheeks. But they are women wrestlers.
Yeah.
Stop treating them like a sex object.
Then tell Jericho to start wearing pants.
There you go.
Yeah, but Jericho don't show his butt cheeks.
Oh, he does, girlfriend.
No,
Yes,
he
he does. Come on, he wears his cousin's shorts all the time.
Well, that's because Seth Rollins sticks his finger in his butt crack.
You want a piece of me? Because I'm pretty sick of your damn mouth.
I put you on the list.
No, but I agree with you. Yeah, it's getting a little too revealing. I understand sex sells. You want people to be interested, but you got these women wrestlers now that are at a whole new level. Let their wrestling do the talking,
Exactly.
not their breasts and their assets.
Winning.
Okay,
Yeah.
moving on.
I mean, I agree to a certain extent. But it does. I mean, sometimes, but I don't know.
I mean, if it was up to Tony, the only person that needed to cover up is Carmella needs to wear a turtleneck.
Ooh.
Bingo!
That is true. Yeah, I agree with that. So, all right, so that is it for Hell in a Cell. Let's go straight on to Raw. What happened the next night? Start out with Goldberg. Yeah, he came out, and I was a little shocked for that. He cuts his promo, and then Paul Heyman comes out, and he's like, cuts his promo. Teases the fact that Brock was there, so that gave it a little bit of a pop. Yeah. But then again, and this is why I said this was the end of Rusev's going after the U.S. title, because he came out. Why Rusev, out of all people, I don't know, to be honest. I have no idea. Why they would do that is beyond me. But anyway, he came out and he said that he was pretty much tired of the whole... I don't even know what's going on with it, to be honest. But
he just said, "I don't think you have it anymore."
Yeah, and he gave Goldberg a shot, and I thought that part of it was cool. And the thing of it is, that this next thing that happened, a lot of people on social media were criticizing Goldberg. But I mean, you got to give him a little bit of a break. It's been 12 years. You know what I'm saying? He still looked good. I mean, obviously later on in the show when they repeated it, they edited the fact that he fell.
Hey, baby.
That part was pretty funny, but again, like I said, you got to give him a little bit of a break, and anywho, he gave what's his name, Rusev, jackhammer, which was still impressive. Then he speared the hell out of Paul Heyman.
Yep.
Yeah, he did. And then they're running the angle with, I guess he has bruised ribs or something like that. Which, hey, you know what? Fine. Hype it up. They got 2 weeks to do this not Hell in Cell, Survivor Series matchup. Now, where do you guys think is this gonna be like the main event? Is this gonna be last, or is this mid card? I doubt it'll be mid card, but you know what I'm saying? What do you guys think?
It looks that way. It looks like it's gonna be the main event. See how both champions from both Raw and SmackDown are in the Survivor Series match.
Oh shoot, that's right.
So
yeah. This Survivor Series is gonna be interesting. It really is. All right, so now the next thing that happened is just what I had mentioned earlier about the whole club thing. They're destroying this. They're destroying them. They're done. Bottom line, they need to go back to Japan, be badasses right over there, because obviously Vince is just going to squash you guys. A trick or street fight? Seriously? Really?
Yep.
Enzo comes out as Buzz Lightyear, and Big Cass came out as Woody? Mm-hmm. Holy freaking steroid Woody. That's what it was.
Little Woody.
Jesus.
Oh, he's a big Woody.
Yeah. They botched the ending up a little bit, but Enzo won.
This whole match was a botch.
It really was. I mean, you saw Gallows put the apple in his mouth. When he puts his head in there, so the camera angle was off.
Couldn't put the pumpkin on his head.
Yeah, they tried to put the pumpkin on his head. His head was too big for the pumpkin. Yeah.
Pumpkin head was too
pumpkin
big.
head, yeah.
Too big for the pumpkin.
So they were trying to make a mockery out of this match, and it didn't work. Honestly, this is something for a Heath Slater to do.
Yep.
This is a Heath Slater match, and I'm not knocking Heath Slater. I like his character. I like where they're going with it. But really, Gallows and Anderson, these guys are supposed to be the baddest tag team out there. You guys signed them on, and you're making a joke out of them. If that's the case, just let them go, man. Just let them go. They should have been tag team champions already, and they should have been dominating the tag team. But no, they didn't. Ridiculous. So now it was a rematch with Brian Kendrick versus T.J. Perkins. T.J. wins by count out. They try to do an angle where Brian Kendrick was outsmarting TJ. That was ridiculous. Again.
Stupid.
Dumb. So Mick Foley. Go ahead.
Sorry. Did you see where Perkins almost broke his neck?
Yeah. Oh my God. I was
The
so
hurricane on
Oh my God, yeah.
Jesus, man. Crazy.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
All I heard was, "Ay!"
Yeah. I didn't sound like that, but.
I didn't say it was you.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. So Mick Foley comes out and he starts talking about the whole Hell in the Cell. Kevin Owens comes out, then Jericho. They cut their promo. They're talking about the whole Survivor Series thing and that Kevin Owens and Jericho would be in it. Then Mick announces that Roman Reigns will also be in this. Romans comes down. He cuts his promo. I guess.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tony, that looks like we have a couple of ghosts in the crowd.
Yeah. That was a good joke. But oh man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with Raw.
Don't know, Sam.
So, but Mick makes a match, Roman Reigns versus Jericho. Mm-hmm. And then I don't know. What was the purpose of that match? I forgot. Was there anything leading to that or no?
Jericho just trying to con him into having a match, saying, "What are you too hurt? You can't put your title on the line."
Yeah. So after that, it was a battle royal for the spot in the Survivor Series. This was so predictable. I'm sorry. It was so predictable. You knew Braun Strowman was going to win. Mm-hmm. He ends up winning it, obviously, and he was very dominant. And I'm glad they're doing that with him, making him look dominant. I really am.
It's about time.
Yeah, I mean, he still needs work, but at the same time, they should have been putting him with an experienced person like Sami Zayn. But to me, you thought that program was going to keep on going. It quickly stopped. Mm-hmm. It was like one match done. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is going on here? I don't get it. But hey, you know what? He's in the Survivor Series matchup. He's in that team. He's on Team Raw, which is good, I guess. I mean, hey, good for him. So then now we got the cruiserweights, Rich Swann, Dorado, and Cedric Alexander versus Nice, Gulak, and Daivari. The match was all right, I guess. Again, it was just the 6-man tag thing. It's just getting too much now.
Gulak just looks horrible.
He does.
He is absolutely horrible. Like worse than a jobber, man. And
yeah.
No offense to jobbers.
No, and the funny thing is that they're trying to push him. And did you hear the commentary on him? They're trying to make him sound like he's such a badass,
Yeah.
And
like, you don't
I'm sorry,
it, dude.
No, you look at him and no, get away from me. Yeah, go over there. So the winners was Rich Swann, Dorado, and Cedric Alexander. Again, I was excited in the beginning to have the cruiserweights on Raw, but now I'm like I lost interest.
Yep,
I really did. Put them on their new show and leave it at that. So Charlotte, she cuts a promo stating that she needed to confront a weak link, which was Bayley. Bayley comes out. She cuts her promo. Charlotte said for Bayley to prove that she can be on Team Raw. This whole thing was for the women's now. So obviously in Survivor Series, we're not going to have title match. There's no title matchups for the Survivor Series, right? None.
Not yet. On SmackDown, there was an announcement, but every other title is not on the line.
So it's basically, oh boy,
boy.
Oh my Lord, I don't know about the Survivor Series, but I mean they I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't know if this brand split thing is working either.
Well,
no, it's not.
I think it is, but with the major pay-per-views, I think that's where they're messing up.
Because you know what it is? It's just like you're just doing the same storyline over and over and over again, and now you're going to do Survivor Series and then act like the story that we were just watching for the last 3 months didn't exist.
Yeah, I don't get
it. And
it.
then after Survivor Series, they're already booking matches to continue the story that you want us to hit pause on.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get. That's why I don't understand. I mean, granted, I think the hype for the Survivor Series is supposed to be Raw versus SmackDown. That's the hype. That's all it is. but then yet you're having your champions involved in that Raw versus SmackDown. And my opinion, I don't think it should be. You know,
No.
Charlotte should be defending her title. This is a major pay-per-view. Have Charlotte defend her title. Give some other people a chance to be on that squad. You know what I'm saying?
Or have Becky versus Charlotte.
Yeah.
Or have it be Team Becky, not Team Nikki.
Yeah.
You dropped the ball on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
and
show
that
how
that
important the title is.
that's the same thing I was gonna say was with the women's champion in SmackDown. They doing the same thing like they doing,
Yeah.
you know,
With Kevin Owens.
With Kevin Owens.
Yep. That is true.
You know, because
I mean, and you can tell with the wear and tear of that belt, it's still brand new.
yeah, exactly. But you know what I mean? It's like they're more focusing on Nikki Bella.
Yeah, why?
Nikki Spandex little panties Bella.
Jesus, my God.
I love Nikki, don't get me wrong, but her
Yeah.
shorts are getting shorter and her shirt, the front of her shirt is like
Yeah.
it's like I'm sorry, looks like the strings need to get tied up a little bit.
They're
Hey,
about
we
to
don't
be
need
let
another
go.
We don't need another Bella nip slip.
All right, so
Check
back
it out
to
on YouTube, guys.
yeah, so back to Raw. Bailey, I guess Charlotte said for Bailey to prove herself that she can be on Team Raw, but she has to face Nia Jax. So if I guess basically what this match was is whoever wins gets to be on Team Raw.
Raw, yeah.
It wasn't
No,
just
this
for Bailey.
No, it was. They're gonna be on the team. It was just to show team unity and just to make Bailey a little bit.
Are you
stronger.
sure?
He's fighting-
I thought
Yeah.
this matchup was to see who was going to be on Team Raw.
No, because Bailey was like, because Charlotte was like, all right, you're gonna fight somebody from our team, and Bailey was like, oh yeah, fine, give me Dana Brooke, and she's like, no, that's not the person on the team. She said Nia Jax, and that's what it was all about. Just she wanted to make the weakest link stronger by fighting their strongest teammate.
Jeez. So, but then that leads to the matchup, Bailey versus Nia Jax, which it was okay, I guess. Again, they're doing the whole injury angle though.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're using that as an excuse to have Nia Jax win. You know, Nia Jax is a big girl. You know, that matchup, let me tell you something, man. She was nailing Bailey, you know, and she, like I said, she's a big girl, and that very well should have been that type of matchup. You know, I mean, so she won. Nia Jax won. She's going to be on Team Raw. But like I said, we'll see how this goes. Like I said, they got 2 weeks to tell this story. Right now, they're just trying to put everything together. But I don't know, man. This Survivor Series is going to be really, really weird, man. Really weird. So next up, it was Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Shining Stars. What was up with this match? You know, and you know what, honestly, and I'm not just saying this because we're all Latinos and a Latina, but I'm really getting tired of them saying that they're trying to sell fake Rolexes, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who made that comment? Was it with the, what's his name? Not Michael Cole, the other guy. What's his name?
Byron.
No, not Byron, the other guy. Corey Graves. You know, and speaking of Corey Graves, I'm really getting tired of his freaking commentary. He's terrible.
I mean,
seriously,
he's
you know,
horrible.
But this isn't the first time he's done it. Keep you guys listening out there. Listen to the next time he does commentary. He's really. I get you're supposed to be a heel, but stop telling people to shut up. That's so stupid. As a commentator, you don't say you shut up. He's trying too hard to be a heel commentator, and it's not working. He's garbage. He's stupid. He's dummy. He's a poo-poo head.
Are you telling him to shut up?
Yeah, I'm telling him to shut up. You know, but I mean, seriously, I mean, they're going and like again, it's not funny anymore. You know, every time the Shining Stars goes out, you're gonna say, "Oh, they tried selling fake Rolexes." No.
Yeah.
And
See, that's why I was pissed off.
And the sad part is they actually put on a decent match. You know, you give them time, they show you that they're one of the best tag teams you got.
Yeah.
And you're putting them in this scenario, and then you have them lose to Cesaro and Sheamus.
Yeah.
And you know what's going to happen? Cesaro and Sheamus on the Survivor Series tag team.
Yeah.
And you're going to have the Shining Stars sitting out.
They're going to sit out pretty much, yeah.
Of course, because that's what they do.
That's what
And
they
then
do.
you put the Golden Truth in.
Yeah, because that's what they do.
That's what's going to happen, too. You watch. So, but I agree. But I just had to let that out because it was just, to me, it's like telling the same joke over and over and over again. It's like, dude, it's not funny no more.
It's like saying Sakavo.
Yeah. All right, so now we go on to the main event. It was Jericho versus Roman Reigns. Roman won by disqualification. Kevin Owens jumped in with Jericho. Then Rollins came down. He clears the house. Then there was a stare down between Rollins and Roman. They just stared at each other. That was it. I mean, I don't know.
The crowd was chanting "Shield, Shield, Shield."
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
Yeah. So, I mean, think about it this way, too. We said it earlier. It's like every pay-per-view. It's like a member of the Shield is main eventing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just obviously between Raw and SmackDown, they're all main eventing again, and it's just getting ridiculous. Give somebody else a chance. They got so much talent. Put somebody else in for a change. I'm done seeing these guys, man. It's just too much. All right. With that being said, it is time for Rick Serrano III's Wrestling Joke of the Week. Take it away.
Welcome back to Rick Serrano's Wrestling Joke of the Week. Today's joke is knock knock.
Who is there?
Interrupting Ric Flair.
Interrupting Ric Flair who? My God. All right.
Righty then.
All right.
Well, if you out there have a wrestling joke, send it on in. Like Emily Monet last week from Minnesota sent us a wrestling joke. Send it in to our Facebook page at Wrestling POV, at Twitter at Wrestling POV, or at Instagram at Wrestling POV1 using the hashtag WPOV jokes. Woo! Live Wire Championship Wrestling, a new era starts January 12th, 2017 in Lebanon, Tennessee. $10 a seat, any seat. Francisco Chiazzo has an open challenge to anyone around the world. Tony, get your boots. They also have a cruiserweight battle and so much more. The new era begins January 12th. Are you in?
Yeah, sounds good to me. I might have to put on my boots.
Exactly. Do it, Tony. Do it, Tony. Tony.
Yes,
Tony.
yes.
Might happen.
With that being said, it is now time for the SmackDown
Breakdown.
All right, so SmackDown opens up with James Ellsworth in the ring promo. He wants to thank Shane and Daniel Bryan for the opportunity to say goodbye, and he wants to apologize to Dean. Dean tells him, hey, I brought you ringside. No reason to apologize. Just never, ever, 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 ever get in my way again.
Yeah.
AJ Styles interrupts thankfully, tells Ellsworth, I respect you more than Dean. And then Dean says, Dean is honest, unlike you. Oh, snap, he went there.
He went there.
And AJ took out James Ellsworth and Dean Ambrose. All right. And then Daniel Bryan is backstage with Dean and Ellsworth, and he gives Dean Ambrose another chance to become the number one contender in the match against AJ. And he tells Ellsworth not to go ringside.
Yep.
Why? Why? Since SmackDown went live, Ambrose has been in the title picture every single time.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
preposterous.
Yeah, beyond preposterous.
Well, speaking of preposterous, we had Randy Orton versus Kane in a no disqualification match. This match lasted about 3 minutes. Commercial was 4 minutes. The Wyatts appear. They attack Kane. Randy hits an RKO for the win. Harper hits the discus clothesline on Kane after the match. And then Orton pushes Kane into the Sister Abigail. And they both pose with their arms raised at the same time.
Ooh. Freaky.
Like, come on.
All right.
We then had Becky Lynch and Nikki Bella versus Alexa Bliss and Carmella. This match, again, a 3-minute match. The ref got distracted by Carmella. Alexa rakes Becky's eyes, hits a DDT for the win. The champ is pinned.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again.
And that also that what the hell is her name? Becky Lynch had little short shorts on too on that match.
But they ain't short shorts. She's
They
had
were
those
short
before.
shorts.
She's had those shorts before. Now you're getting ridiculous. She's had them before. Go ahead, Rick.
After all that, we have Alexa and Carmella in the ring, which was actually a pretty good promo. They were talking down Team Raw. They said that Charlotte is an overhyped daddy's girl.
Who said that? Scoop Neck?
Yes.
No, that was it?
Was it Scoop Neck?
I thought it was Scoop Neck. Who's that about?
Scoop Neck and Alexa were both going back on Bayley and Charlotte.
Yeah.
So yeah. But the line of the night I think was when Alexa said the fairy tale's over for Becky. I'm the Wicked Witch of the WWE.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you, my pretty, and your woman's title too.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good line.
Yeah.
She was fed that line though, but
Hey,
it worked.
Hey.
It worked.
It
Not complaining. It worked.
Then we had Shane and Daniel Bryan backstage again.
Yeah.
And they decided they're going to add Naomi to Team SmackDown. And they're going to make Natalya the women's team coach.
Ridiculous.
Not Becky Lynch.
Nope.
Nikki's the captain.
Yep.
And the coach is Natalya. And Daniel Bryan, I'm getting sick of these stupid faces he makes. He's hesitant about making Natalya the captain.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's getting enough for Daniel Bryan. I go over it every week. It's worse and worse.
It's getting
Speaking
too
of
much.
Worse and worse. Yeah.
That's,
Speaking of worse,
Go ahead.
it's the Spirit Squad versus American Alpha for a Survivor Series team qualifying match.
Yeah.
This match lasted 2 minutes.
Yep.
American Alpha wins, thankfully. But guys, you gotta give me some time in the ring. Something. Jeez Louise.
I think they was just trying to kill time real quick. Seriously.
Had to. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then, speaking of ridiculous, Miz TV with Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
Your favorite person.
Listen, between Foley and Daniel Bryan, enough is enough.
Yeah.
And it's time for a change.
Yeah. Quote the Owen Hart.
I mean, they're all over Raw and SmackDown. There's no time. Like, give someone else the time.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear you every single segment.
Yeah. And that's what it's been looking like, you know?
Yeah. And then The Miz wants to talk about the Survivor Series teams, and Team SmackDown was announced. Randy Orton,
Yep.
Baron Corbin. I love that pickup. Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, and AJ Styles.
Yep.
And The Miz is upset because he wasn't picked, and Daniel Bryan has a stupid smile on his face.
Yep.
And he says he needs superstars who aren't afraid to fight. So The Miz retaliates by saying, Daniel Bryan, you're afraid to fight, and you're not good at your job. Go back to moping around John Cena's house on Total Bellas. Got him! Got him! And you know what Daniel Bryan does? He throws a chair and says, why don't you sit down and do commentary? Oh, yeah, Daniel. You got him all right.
Yeah. That was cold.
And you know, it just seems that SmackDown just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
Yep.
Because then we have Dolph Ziggler in the open challenge. And who answers the challenge?
You know, let me tell you something before you reveal. I mean, I'm sure everybody heard, but when they did that, I was excited. I was like, all right, finally, good. About damn time. But then, who comes out? Take it away, Rick.
Well, I had to get my facts straight because it was Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. And listen, you know what? You got 10 weeks of vignettes. He tried to debut. He didn't debut. All right, we're going to have a match.
But let me tell you something, though. Match aside, when he was revealed as the one that was going to come out, what did you think? Match aside, okay? I got excited.
I was excited. I thought it was actually going to have a good match.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a match where, all right.
Okay, now, with the match, it was like a whole total waste.
Yeah.
Yep.
A total waste.
Because it lasted 5 seconds because the bell rang and he got super kicked and lost.
Yeah.
10 weeks of vignettes. 10.
And how many live appearances of a tease, too? Like 3 or 4?
3. Yeah, and you do that to the guy. I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, I do, too.
Well, that's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's annoying. It's like when someone's eating candy from Halloween while you're doing a podcast. It's like
I'm sorry.
Mimi Goody. Eating Halloween candy.
The night gets worse as Dolph Ziggler then says he has an open challenge for anyone on Raw for Survivor Series.
Yeah, what
for his
is up
IC
with that?
title.
That's weird.
What the hell? And you know what? Now here's my prediction for that. Either The Miz is going to go to Raw and challenge for the title,
Yeah.
or it's Rusev.
Ooh, that'd be a good one. That's a good prediction.
But
Remember that.
But are they gonna move the title? They will never move the title to Raw.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
So
Why have the match? Yeah. No, I hear you.
Dolph has to win.
Yeah.
Whatever. Then we have Dean Ambrose backstage, and Ellsworth wants to be ringside. And
Yeah.
Dean just says no.
Kicks him out.
Yeah. And then we had Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton promo. You know, Luke Harper's looking a little skeptical about Randy Orton. He doesn't look like he believes Randy.
Yeah.
And Randy says, I was born with the devil whispering in my ear. The darkness has shown me the light. Bray, you are a god. Exactly. As his eyes lit up. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, all right.
Good
that's
sound,
just
good
so weird.
effects.
Like, you don't see Randy. First of all, Randy, don't wear the hood. It just doesn't look right.
I like it with the hood.
You like it with the hood?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't see his ugly mug.
Oh, jeez.
There you go.
God.
Look like a catcher's mitt.
Yeah. Jeez.
But like with that, I mean, maybe you put jeans on him, put the long hoodie. All right. I mean, the cut sleeve hoodie.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work for me. But all right, I can see where you're coming from. I got you.
It's got to fit in, you know?
Yeah, I get you. Speaking of not fitting in, the Headbangers versus the Usos Survivor Series Tag Team Qualifier match lasted 2 minutes as the Usos win by Schoolboy pulling the skirt.
And, you know, I feel bad even predicting that. That the Headbangers are coming back. I mean, they did, you know, so I was right. but they lost. Yeah, they jobbed.
Yeah, go back to the 90s. You're done.
Ouch.
Ooh.
Speaking of ouch, we had Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles for the #1 contender match. This match was boring. James Ellsworth comes from the crowd. Security chases after him. And when they get him, AJ decides he's going to throw him over the announce table. And as AJ goes for the phenomenal forearm, Dean Ambrose kicks him, hits Dirty Deeds, and he is now the #1 contender for the 18th time in a row.
Like nobody else in the whole locker room is worthy for that shot.
Nope.
No.
Only
And
Dean
Dean
Ambrose.
Ambrose versus AJ was announced as a TLC match at the TLC pay-per-view
Yep.
December 4th.
Mm-hmm.
That was your SmackDown breakdown, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. All right, so Raw versus SmackDown. Raw is up 8-6. What do you guys think?
You go first, Rick.
All right.
I went first last week. I got to hear somebody else talk about what they feel before I give my decision. Go ahead.
You know, both shows were disgustingly bad. It's
Horrible.
just getting worse and worse. You know, as bad as SmackDown was, I mean, every match was 2 minutes or less.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to give it to SmackDown just because Raw is 3 hours long.
Yeah.
At least I had an extra hour to live. So I'll give it to SmackDown.
Give it a SmackDown. All right, Mimi Goody, what do you think?
Well,
Who are you picking this week?
that is a good analogy, Rick. I'm going to use that next time. I'm going to give it to SmackDown because of everything sucked. And what sucked even more is what they did to the club.
Oh, behave.
Yeah, it's true.
So, and that really pissed me off. And I was like, I'm not watching wrestling no more. But of course.
And you said it in that voice.
Yeah.
So, no, I agree. The only thing I liked about Raw, honestly, was just the fact that they're at least telling a story. You know what I'm saying? They're at least getting things in order to get the Survivor Series thing ready, which I dig, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. At least SmackDown, it was 2 hours, number one, and the matches were 2 minutes, and I'm just honestly, I'm still on the line with this one.
You got to choose one.
Well, I mean, so you guys, I got outvoted anyway. SmackDown wins it this week, but my thing is, and it's nothing against James Ellis.
Yo, that was hilarious.
That was funny. But enough with him. Seriously? I get the whole underdog thing, but stop already. He doesn't need to be in this title hunt.
No.
He doesn't need to be involved. He's not gonna. Seriously?
There's nobody in the locker room who's worthy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But I think I would have given the edge to SmackDown too. So I agree with that. But it's just the storyline wise, I would have gave it to Raw. SmackDown is just because they had matches, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It was just ridiculous. It really was.
And Alexa Bliss's promo was pretty good. I mean,
yeah, I liked her promo.
I'm
and
really liking her a lot.
Yeah, and the one thing I dug about SmackDown was that at least they're giving newer people, TV time.
Opportunities.
Yeah, and SmackDown, I mean, Raw is like the same people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Christ, we haven't seen Nia Jax in how long? 3-4 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
They finally bring her out. It's like, come on, man. So SmackDown wins it this week. Good for SmackDown. Yay. All right, so let's bring in Miguel Cole.
Mr. Tony.
All right, what do you got for us?
Okay, well, I have NXT with MC. I think it was really good. We had a lot of tag team matches from the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. All right, a lot of people are advancing. It's getting down to the nitty gritty. I'm getting excited. So make sure you check that out on YouTube on the Wrestling POV podcast page. And Mr. Tony, what is this that I hear about the cruiserweights being on 205 Live?
Yeah.
What is this all about?
That they're going to be on the WWE network.
Well, Mr. Tony, there was a guy that used to work for Wrestling POV. He had a show. It was called NXT with MC and a little bit of cruiserweight. Not because there's only a little bit of cruiserweight to cover. Do you think that somebody that did a show like that would qualify to do a job for the 205 Live?
Probably. I have to.
I thought I was doing the 205 Live.
Yeah, that Mimi put her application in to do that part of the job.
Okay. I mean, if you want somebody that's 4'2",
well, so are the cruiserweights. So there.
Well, if you want somebody with a thick mustache, and I'm not talking about me.
Oh, I waxed Miguel, jerk. You can have it.
Oh, thank you, Mimi. I knew we could work something out.
All right, well, there you go.
So when 205 Live goes live on November 29th, be sure to check out that show on the YouTube channel, Wrestling POV Podcast.
There you go, everybody. So just make sure you go on, and when you're there, too, hit the subscribe button. Join us.
Yes.
Join us, will you?
Follow us.
Follow us and tell me, and hashtag Miguel, stop picking on Mimi.
There you go. Hashtag Miguel, stop picking on Mimi's mustache. So now let's that'll do it for the show today. Actually, before we leave, I wanted to talk about the fantasy bracket. We got a total of 21 wrestlers. Or 21
wrestlers,
21
guys.
Okay, so we need a little bit more. So I'm gonna give you guys another week. Once we get it, Rick Serrano will advertise it on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and then he'll set up the matches. So this is all you guys, okay? You guys are the ones setting up these matches. I saw a few of them on our Facebook, and they're pretty interesting. I like what I saw. There was a few that I was like, you know what, that is a good pick, and so this is why we're doing this, so that way you guys can get involved. Throw in some more people. We need 11 more guys. We need 11 more matches. Not matches. We do need 11 more guys. Rick Serrano will put the bracket together, and then hopefully by next week we can do round 1 of the fantasy bracket.
Wow, that's genius right there.
That is, So all right, so get it together, people. I want to do this. Do it now.
Do it.
All right, so that's it for the show. I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with
Mimi Goody.
And the third wheel.
Rick Serrano the third.
And our intern.
Miguel Cole. Adios.
Love.
Shiny and new.
On a road, expecting you. All right, love pizza hair grease. We'll see you next week.
Night, everybody.
That was wrong with us.